Welcome back to another lesson. In the previous lesson, we talked about how to iterate over array elements, and we were able to demonstrate that using both strings and numbers. So, moving away from that, we will be demonstrating how we can iterate over a set. Now, you can use a for of loop to iterate over the element of a set. Don't forget that uh, a set is also more like an object. And if you remember when we talked about that, when we were focusing on sets in particular, we did a lot of stuff on what sets are and how to declare them. So we'll be making a few examples to demonstrate how you can iterate over sets. So, and in the examples, we'll be using the for of loop, just as we used it with array and how we've used it with object elements to demonstrate how the for of loop can be used to iterate over the elements of a set. So let's take a deep dive in. So I bring up my editor. So we need iterating over the elements of a set using the for of loop type. And so when you want to iterate over the elements of a set, what is the first thing to do? You create a set itself. And how do you create a set? So let me just say, okay, let me name my set letter, then I call in the new set constructor. And inside it, I can pass the elements that I want inside my array, inside my set rather, sorry. So I want this A, I want B, and I also want C. So I have 3 elements inside my array. Don't mind the way I split it, it can be on a straight line. But for easier readability, that's why I break it onto a separate line. And then I can iterate over it, iterate over the set elements. So how do I do that? So I need a place where to store the values from the iteration. So I make an empty string. And from there, I can iterate over my set. So const x of what is the set? Letters. And then inside the loop body, I can put the return from the iteration. I'll say x plus, I want to break it and put it on a new line. And here I can output the results. Document dot get element by id one dot inner html equals text. And now you can see ABC. So this is how you iterate over a set using the for loop. So because sets don't use index, so it picks the value directly. If you remember, we talked about the fact that arrays don't use we've talked about that sets don't use index like array. Unlike array that has indexes, for set does not use indexes. So for of loop is a good way to iterate over it because it will pick the values directly to give you an output. So let's take a look at another example. So let me create a set. I'll call this set framework. Framework set. And I need the new set constructor to be able to make my framework. So I need square brackets, not curly braces. So I can then have React, have Vue, have Angular, and Svelte. So a capital S. So now that I have my set, then I can create a variable that will just hold this. create a variable to hold my HTML string. And now will I create the variable? So I want the content to be inside a UL listing on ordered list. So this, and now that I have this variable, then I can use my for loop, for of loop, to add items to it. So how do I do that? So it's just the usual way, the const framework. I can use anything. I can use X, but this time let me use framework or framework set. And then this is my loop body. So what do I want back from the loop body? I want what I get from the loop body to be stored inside the content variable that I created earlier. And so I can make my listing, then pass in the result, because I want to get out results from a variable, from an expression, JavaScript expression. So it needs to be inside curly braces. And here I am. So I can just come and output the results. So the document dot get element by ID, then 1 to bracket dot inner HTML equals to contents. And you can see framework. So sorry, yeah. Since this is an expression, JavaScript expression, I missed addition of this to its dollar sign, and inside this curly braces. Yet this is still not working. Okay, let me check what is wrong. Oh, okay, I see. I need to close my UL as well. Content close my UL underscore and other listing. So even at this, if this is not working, let me inspect what could be the problem. Okay. I want to pass this directly. Let me see. It's not working still. Framework sets. Yeah. Okay. Let me just change my approach. Yeah, directly. So instead of this, let me use a text, something that we're already familiar with. And here I can have text plus equals framework plus PR. I think this should work now. I'll take this out. And this should change to text. Now you can see we have React, Vue, Angular, and Sphere. So this is how you can use a set for a how you can use the for of loop. Another example of how the for of loop works with the elements of a set. So with the two examples, I think this should give you clarity about how to use the for of loop with sets in the future. Thank you. And in the next lesson, I'll see you as well.